And in the new centralized method, which is UPI, where you need just a mobile number and a VPA to transfer a payment to someone's account. Okay. So what is the major difference? So if you see a traditional banking, which is generally known for like NEFT, RTGS or IMPS, you might have done in your past in India. Okay, transferring money, you might be transferring money through NEFT, RTGS or IMPS. And that's I'm calling it traditional banking, because for that you have to add a pay. And for adding a pay, the requirement is like provide account details of the pay. So that means his account number and his IFC code, which is mandatory to add a payee. And also from a regulation perspective also, there is some explicit consent is required from the user for adding any information. So here what we are talking about explicit consent means, so similar that other person has to give you his account number and his IFC code, then only you'll be able to add him. If you don't have that, then you can't add them, right? So that's we call explicit consent, right? And in the case of UPI, you don't need anything of that. You don't need account number of other person. You don't need his IFC code. What you just need his mobile number, or max you can ask him his UPI ID, or we can call it like VPA. So what is VPA? It's a virtual payment address. Okay, so that you okay. So why these tools are different methods? So if you talk about the UPI is managed by NPCI, which is the National Payment Corporation of India, and they manage a centralized database. So which are the linked, every bank account is linked with the mobile number, and NCPI manage all those database. And when you entered someone's mobile number, so basically real time, the UPI interfaces, so UPI apps generally, they real time fetch the data of that particular on that particular mobile number. So whatever the bank account linked to that mobile number, they fetch the data and they show it to you, and then you can transfer that particular VPA, the payment to that particular VPA. So you have seen that UPI becomes so convenient for users, and that's why it's become too popular in India. The reason is like people feel like too much hectic, like adding bank account number and adding IFC code. Also, it's not safe to everyone give your account number and to give them IFC code. Even like if someone wants to send 100 rupees, still you have to give him an account number in a traditional method. But whereas in UPI method, you don't need to give that. You just need to give him a mobile number. Okay, and that's why it has become very convenient. So what are the future possibilities? Future possibilities are like, so maybe bankers could fetch payee details securely via using mobile numbers. So of course the UPI doing the same. So if banker decide to do that, banker also could do this. They have to create a centralized database for fetching, for linking all the mobile with the account numbers. But there is another approach which is like QR code. So I personally feel this approach is really good approach. This is like I was like thinking of the solution for this, and I thought like because I've seen the QR code in UPI, so many people like send money by scanning QR code. So why can't we implement a similar kind of functionality in the traditional banking also? So how it should work? So it's simple. So if I have my bank detail, I need not to share my bank detail with someone else who are going to send me money. I can just share him my QR code of my bank details. In that QR code, they can just see the QR code, but they cannot read my bank details. That means my whole account number, that means my whole IFC code or any other further detail. They just see my scanner. They just see my QR code. Okay. And when they add payee, when they want to add me as a payee in their bank account, what they will do, they will just scan my QR code, or they will just upload my QR code to their bank app. Now bank can decode my QR code and fetch all my account details directly from that QR code. So of course that QR code database will store somewhere, and bank will fetch the data using that QR code, and they can add me as a payee in someone's bank account. And they need not to share the complete my account detail with that person. They can just show my last digit of account number, last four digit maybe of my account number, and my name of my first name and max initial of my last name. They can show like few masked details to that user. So that's how my data will be safe, and it will be more convenient also for everyone. The reason is like for adding Payee, I don't need to like add a complete detail of that person. I just need to upload the QR code or scan the QR code and it will get added. So that is like something which is convenient for all, and I think all bank should apply, or they should actually adopt this kind of solution in their system. Okay, let's move further. So here I'm walking you through the what is existing banks traditional methods are, and how we generally do. Of course, you might have seen all those things, but just to like recall you, what is it? I am just going to walk you through. After this, I can show you my design also, which I've designed. I've taken whatever the approach have we discussed. So here, in traditional method, I've taken a screenshot from HDFC bank app. So here what they do. So basically, first of all, you have to specify you are adding a Payee and what a bank account. So here we are just discussing about a purely individual and bank account, not furthermore, otherwise it will become too much complexity. Adding a Payee as an individual and adding his bank account. So when you click on the bank account, then what they ask? They ask enter a Payee nickname. They ask whether that Payee is from the same bank or from other bank. Okay, then you have to enter the Payee account name. So whatever the name it's mentioned in his account. Okay, sorry. And then also you have to mention his account number. Then you have to mention his account number twice for confirmation. And then you have to tell like whether that account is a saving account or a current account. And then his IFSC code. So now if you see too much information they're asking. Now why other person will share that much information if I have to just send him like a small amount? Okay, of course people are doing this because they have no option, and that's why they are sharing their very sensitive information with others just to receive a payment. And but bankers should understand that they should not ask that much information here. The reason is like many information can be automatically verified by bankers itself. Okay, so let's say they are asking name. Why banker name of the account? If I just entered bank account number and IFSC code, banker can fetch all the data, right? Which account, and then they can ask, then they can show me, display me the name of that person whose bank account I've entered, and I can confirm it. So they should not. And also they are asking me like whether it is saving account or the current account. Again, this kind of information is too much. Why other will why someone will say like, hey, it's my saving account or it's my current account? Why bank needs that? Bank just want to verify his bank account, right? That's it. Its account number and IFSC code is good enough over here, at least as per my understanding. That is good enough for bankers, right, to fetch the data. But here, like bank adds additional extra layers, and which actually create your user experience tedious, and it becomes little difficult for a user to enter that much data. Let's move to IFSC code. Like once you click on the IFSC, then again you have to enter the IFSC code. Then bank will see what data match with that IFSC code, and they will show you, okay, this is the branch, and then you confirm it, and then you move ahead. Once you entered everything, then they will show you again one screen where like they will, okay, you have entered, this is the nickname, this is his bank account number, this is account name, type, and then now you confirm. So many steps. And after confirming, again they will send you an OTP, and you just have to enter the OTP to verify you are adding the Payee. And once you're done, then you are done. Now you are ready to transfer a payment to that particular bank account. Okay, so you can just select here, like from is your bank account to is that other person's bank account, then enter the amount, and you can choose the method, whether it is IMPS or NEFT or RTGS, whatever. You can choose that method. Here they have also given a UPI, which is good. Okay, so and then once you are done, then you can just continue, and payment will be transferred to that account. Okay, so as you see, like the traditional method has like lot of steps, and it's not intuitive because it has unnecessary. They are asking unnecessary information, which actually banker need not to be asked, frankly. Okay, let's move on to the solution. What I tried. Okay, so again, like what I tried like to one more thing, one another problem which I faced while using the traditional banking app is that if I'm sending money to someone else, so there might be possibilities that I have already added him as a Payee in my bank account. So I should be able to see, I should be able to search by his name or maybe whatever I can remember. So I should be able to search This functionality is already there in many banks. I've seen that if your Payee already added, you can go and you can look at those Payee. So this is there, fine. Also, like when I'm adding a Payee, I should be able to categorize those Payee, whether it is like individual Payee, whether it is for a business. And I have also added a payments. Payments is what nothing but like a credit cards or your utility bills and all kind of those. Also, you can add their account number, and they could be categorized under the payments. So under the payments, or you can say utilities, whatever. Okay. So this is but another main important part here is like when I click any one Payee, which is now if I go in any traditional banking app and I see, so I don't see that functionality. And what is that? When I click on that particular name, let's say here I've selected the Herman, which is Payee. I've already added on what date I added. So here I can show him like this Payee I had added on this 20th October 20. So I know now when I added. Okay, I can also see like some like last 4 digits of his bank account number and whether it is individual or a business. Okay, and the main important part is like I should able to see the all transaction I have done with that particular account at a one area in one place here only. So I click that Payee. Now I should able to see like whatever amount I transferred, because I am adding that as a Payee. Now bank know like this is the Payee I've added. I put some effort to add him. So now whatever the transaction I'm doing with that particular Payee, why can't I get at one place? So if I click on that Payee, I should be able to see all the transaction I made with that particular Payee, right? Whether I've sent the money, whether I've received the money from that particular Payee. So that should be displayed at one place. And similarly, if I want, I should able to download the statement of that particular Payee, whatever transaction I've done with that Payee. So this will help a lot, like filing an income tax, or while you are taking a loan, or while you are doing some accounting. In that stuff, this will be helpful for you, like, okay, for that particular company or for that particular person, how much money I send over the year or over the selected duration. That will be more convenient for you to immediately you can fetch that detail. And I checked with multiple bankers. I've checked with ICICI, I've checked with the HDFC also, and I did not find it this functionality there. I first have to go to bank statement, then I have to add a filter, and then in filter I will be able to see all those, and that is like hectic job. That's why better than I feel this is the better way, where like I have a one place where I have added all the Payee. I can go in my Payee and I can see individual Payees, all the records of that particular Payee related to my banking. Okay, so this is one. Okay, now let's move to the another part where actually adding a Payee part. So now here, so I'm also asking here a bank account number and IFSC code. So now if you want to understand the main difference with the UPI and IFSC, so UPI is again it's a like centralized, it's a different agency. It's not like done by the bank. Okay, so that's why the database which UPI manage, it's completely different. So it's not directly bank accessing the database. Okay, and the traditional method are purely like banking. So if the banking has like their own system, and through their own system they are doing this. So IMPS, NEFT. So again, these are like different methods bank are using the traditional bank, and those are not like centralized, and those are not even you can say consistent across the app. And that's why for bankers, like managing or centralizing a data becoming little difficult. But if bank decides that to make it like centralized, they can do it. Okay. So let's say, let's take an example. Okay, still like if you want to take that approach that we have to enter the bank number and the IFSC code, then like this two field is good enough. You need not to ask any more fields. Just enter the bank account number and IFSC code. That's it. And here we are, see here there is a message I have displayed. We will display the verified account holder's name to confirm the account numbers. Why this message is important? So now while entering account number, this message is giving me confirmation that even if you entered the wrong number, don't worry, we are going to display the verified account name holders. So you can verify whether it is the same number, whether it is the same account or the different account. Okay, so that's how even if I once enter the account number only once, it's still good enough, because anyway you are going to fetch the data of that account number and going to display me his name of the person. So that way it will be verified automatically. And the IFSC code, it's of course it's. Now what else we can do for improvement? So as I was talking about the QR code, so this is the way bank could implement. They should, like while adding a Payee, they should give an option that upload the Payee scanner, Payee QR code basically. Okay, so Payee QR code. So once if they have to add someone Payee, they will ask the QR code from that other person. Hey, send me your QR code. He will send his QR code. The QR code is nothing but is a bank detail, which is like actually encoded. So that I can't see his bank detail complete. I can just see his QR code. But when I upload that QR code in my bank app, then I should able to the bank should able to decode it, and they can able to fetch my bank detail, the other bank detail, and they should able to add. So that's what they can do. So through either I can click on the scan. So if that person is like beside me, I can just take his QR code, ask him his QR code, show him, and I can directly scan that QR code through my mobile. Or if he is like not beside me, he can send me his QR code via WhatsApp or anything, and I can just upload that QR code, and the information will be added to me. Like once I upload the QR code, then what should happen? Either I should upload QR code or I entered account number or the IFSC code. The next screen should be like this. We are like what we are doing. We are just showing that Payee's detail for a confirmation. Okay, where like we are saying, hey, how many S. So there's some information of his name is also masked, because again, banker has to decide like what information is very critical to display and what information we can hide. Whatever information is, if banker can hide, it is better from a security perspective. Similarly, we can also show the bank account number, but need not to show the whole bank account number. Just show last 4 digit or max 2 initial digit. Just for a confirmation, I think this many information is good enough, because already they have entered few information, or they can also ask other person, okay, hey, your bank account number last digit is this or that. Okay, so this information is good enough for anyone to like understand whether he is the same payee or someone else. Okay, and then nickname again, in my HDFC bank I saw the nickname was a mandatory. I feel like it should not be mandatory. If I want to add a nickname against the pay, I can add a nickname, but if I don't want to add a nickname, I will just keep it blank, and that his main account name would be my name under my pay, right? So I think nickname should not be compulsory. It should be just optional. Okay, and once I've added, then it should show me like payment transfer. Before this also, bank there is one more layer which bank is adding, which is like OTP. Bank asks for OTP. So I feel why bank asking OTP? Because I am adding that pay in my bank account, and they just want me to, okay, are you the person who's taking the same action? So you really want to add the pay, then enter the OTP. But see, frankly, I have entered the detail. Now, if I enter the detail, I can enter the OTP also. Okay. And if you think that if this mobile is not in my hand, if someone else's hand, and he will add as a pay, and that's why you are asking a OTP, but the mobile is not in my hand, and if it is in someone else's hand, the same thing, they can just enter the OTP from the same mobile. No? The mobile is in someone else's hand, so he can enter the OTP. So what I'm trying to say here is like, instead of asking the OTP, if you really want to verify whether the user is the same, you just ask him to enter the PIN. Every banking app has a PIN. So when you open the banking app, you have to enter the PIN of that app, right? So similarly, when I add Payee, you ask me to enter the PIN. Now, if my mobile is not in my hand, if someone else has taken just due to like some whatever the reason, maybe he just said, hey, give me just a mobile for a few seconds or for a few moments, I have some urgent call to make. Okay, and let's say he's misusing my mobile. He's just adding his as a payee. Okay, at that time, what bank can do? Okay, while adding a PIN just for a confirmation, enter a PIN. Now that person won't, right? He doesn't know the my banking PIN, and he can't ask me, because once he asks me my banking PIN, I will be shocked like why he's asking my banking PIN. Of course. So I think banking PIN is more secure than the OTP here, because you generally don't share your banking PIN with someone. But OTP is like on a mobile, it comes directly and you can directly enter. So here I missed that step. Yeah, but after like confirming, I should able to ask enter your banking PIN here. And once I enter the banking PIN, then just show amount to enter. And if I enter particular amount and pay now, it should get transferred to that particular pay account. Okay. So this is what my improved version was for existing banking interface. So let me know what is your opinion on this whole scenario. So have you faced like similarly, like I feel like the current banking system, they are using the traditional methods, which is quite painful and it is not that intuitive. So that's why I give this approach. If you have like better approach than this, so please suggest your approach in comment. So then we can also try that approach. I can design for that same. But I feel I think of the QR code is the best way for overall this kind of thing. And also that other part which I said, like if I click on the Payee, I should able to see all the transaction of the Payee at one place. So I would be happy to know your opinion on this. And also let me know like the videos which I'm making. Are you liking this kind of videos, or I should like improve some part of it? I need your feedback to understand like what can be improved on this. Also, please subscribe to my channel, so I'll be keep making, and your comments and your subscription motivates me to create such kind of videos. And I will be uploading many more videos relating to fintech, related to other industries as well from a UX perspective. And also let me know like if you have like anything, any specific problem solving where you need like UX to solve this problem. Let me know in comment, and I can think of, and we can come up with some solution. Thank you for watching this video.